Aries seekers, oh my god, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining. If you're new, my name is Morgane and this is the Existential Shift. Thank you everyone for being here. Okay, Virgo season, aka September for Aries. Aries, you're feeling a little reserved, kind of protective over your energy, which is okay. You're always, so putting yourself out there. You're so open, you're so the first to jump ahead. And you've been bruised many, many times because of that. You are the archetype of the warrior that puts themselves in the front line, right? And I feel like you're taking a little bit of a break, not from leading, not from being initiative, just from putting yourself out on the line in a way you already know you're likely to get hurt. So you're taking your time a little bit in observing, in letting the other person or energy to show themselves to you first, before you open up, before you trust, before you give. Because Aries is considered to be the sign of the I am, you're not getting the credit that you deserve when it comes to how giving you are and how generous you are. The reason you can be so generous and giving is because you are focused on the self and what it is that makes you happy and what it is that you're passionate about. And that gives you so much vitality and life force and allows you to be generous to others. You also have this empathy. You understand how important it is for someone to express themselves in the world, which is why you're also so kind to people when it comes to them showing who they are. The thing is, some people that you've given the space in the room to show themselves, to show you who they are, may have taken it too far and possibly really hurt you and maybe took you for granted. It was to teach you balance, possibly reflect certain things about yourself to you. Chiron is in your sign right now, so it's healing the very essence of you, the wounded warrior. Chiron is the wounded healer, but with you, it is healing the wounded warrior. It's going to finalize something for you within your character in regards to how you choose to present yourself and how you walk in the world and in society and in relationships. Whatever aspect of you is asking to be transmuted or released, allow it. For those of you who are new to this world, the self, our character, it's something that we attain and build throughout our life growing up, that we take a little bit from here and a little bit from there. In psychology, it's a basic notion where we understand that our character is just a puzzle of different characteristics and characters that we've learned. But who are we really underneath all of these masks, personalities, and behavior patterns? You're discovering that right now. And it hurts a little bit because it's an open wound that you're peeling off dead skin, and you're discovering that there's still an open wound there that was just covered with layers but not truly healed. It wasn't new skin that was built, it's just the old skin covering it up. Other aspects of your character were covering up your injuries, your wounds, your pains, your hurt, the betrayal there, the lie there, the failure there. Because you're so initiative and you're so forward thinking, you just continued on, marching on, thinking that if you'll just be strong and push through it, you'll be over it. And you proved yourself right because you were over it. You kept going. You put all that behind you, but you're realizing now that you haven't, and you were just carrying it with you, behind you, still chained to you. It's not the time to carry people on your back and breaking your back for them. Especially people from the past, especially people who align with the old you, especially people who constantly rely on you to tell them what to do and how to do. You tell yourself you have allowed it because they need you and you're being kind. No. Let me trigger you for a second. You've allowed it because it flattered your ego and your sense of self-importance. And that is okay, by the way. We all love to be flattered and have our ego flattered. It's also important. It's not a bad thing, it's an important thing. You deserve to acknowledge yourself, and part of the self-acknowledgement comes from how people treat us, view us, look at us, need us. It's okay to need, it's okay to be needed, all of that. But you took it a little too far. Not your fault. It's inevitable. It's in your nature. You move ahead, people follow you, you got used to it. But at one point, they need to start pitching in and carry their own weight. Because the more we progress in the journey, the more there is to get through and to work through. You got to be allowed to do that for yourself, and not while also doing it for others. Is it a codependent partner, a codependent parent, a codependent child that is already all grown up? I'm not referring to actual children. They depend on you, they rely on you, they need you. Be there for them. Point. It's a different thing. I'm referring to adults. And you'll tell me, well, it's not their fault. I've enabled it. I've carried them on my shoulder, and now they don't know how to do it alone. So I feel like if I don't do this and that for them, then what will be with them? Yeah, it will crash hard, but then the climb will be super inspiring and amazing. You gotta let them. You don't have a choice. If you want them to fly, you gotta let them fall. The devil. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, but you don't want to follow the guidance because it makes you feel like you matter. If the student always does almost as good as you, but never better than you, if they never expand to other horizons and explore other teachers, other schools of thought, then you matter. Again, I'm not saying it with judgment. I understand. I'm compassionate to that. We all want to matter. We all need to matter. You gotta let them fly. Is it your son, your daughter, your student, your partner, your parent? Could be. Enabling is not good. And the devil here says that. It comes to tell me that you're having a hard time with it. Losing control feels like losing yourself, and you can't lose yourself because you are the essence of the self in the zodiac sign. But I am doesn't mean I self. I am has infinite potential and infinite selves. The point is not to stay the same self. The point is to be present within each self that you evolve through. Oh, and then there's the passion. It has nothing to do with everything we just spoke of. It's something else. You're also feeling it strongly. Passion is not a bad thing. It's the one thing that Aries keeps being told that they need to control or suppress or chill. No. You are cardinal fire. You bring creation into the world. What will Taurus have to manifest if Aries doesn't bring with its fire to the world? How will Taurus cook a meal and feed a clan if there's no fire to cook with? Your passion, your desire, your want. You come here to the world with it for a reason. No, you do not need to suppress it. You just need to channel it in a healthy, balanced way. There's nothing wrong with it. Quite the opposite. It's the thing that leads you to the next phase, to the next place. Or within the same thing, to the next stage. Sorry, a lot of sirens outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can, and it bothers me, so we're going to let it go first. Karma is a witch. If you're not familiar, I have a line, an online shop. You can check it out. It's products. This is one of them. Okay, you little cute devil. What else for Aries for this coming month, please? Knight of Cups. Don't suppress the devil, just allow the devil in you to flow in a loving way. Let them express themselves from your heart space. Knight of Cups. From the element of water. Have compassion towards your own instincts, towards your own desires, towards your own will. And when you have compassion to that, someone will come along that has compassion to all of these things within you as well. They will see you for what you are and they will love it. They will see the life force in it. They will see the beauty in it. They will have compassion towards it because you have compassion towards yourself. It won't be judgmental. A lot of you have people in your life that on one hand, they are super reliant on you and dependent on you, but on the other hand, they're also super judgmental to you. They're judgmental to the very thing in you that they rely on. How initiative you are. How resourceful you are. How protective you are. They will enjoy your protection while judging you for being protective. Now, if some of you are extra protective and a little bit controlling, that's not the case. But I'm talking to the loving Aries out there. They're just there. for their people. The only way for others to see that in you is for you to see that in you. If you judge your fire, they will judge your fire. The Knight of Cups here. With the Devil, this might be a mischievous lover. A mischievous pursuit. But I'm getting such a good vibe from this Knight of Cups. Something so very sweet and loving. So I don't think it's deceitful or player vibe. I don't think so. I think it's intense, honestly. I think it's an intense person. It could be you. The Magician. Look. The Devil and the Magician, they can reflect a manipulative energy. However, with the Knight of Cups here in the middle, just the good vibe that I'm getting, I think you're guided to take all your skill and talent and energy and play with life in a way that is less apologetic, that is more self-expressive. The reason you feel like you need to retreat a little bit, you know, the energy that I've tapped into in the beginning, is because maybe you've expressed all that in a way that wasn't benefic because it came from self-judgment. But as you heal that and as you accept yourself, you'll find yourself really figuring it out, really realizing how to make all that work in a wonderful way. The Magician here says, go, do it. You have an idea, manifest it, express it. It might be based in some shadow aspect, something that you've either suppressed or weren't sure that you're allowed to perform in the world. Hey, you can be a witch, a talented, wonderful energy master, but you were told countless of times that witches are evil and witchcraft is bad, and so no. Queen of Wands, I nailed it. No. You're just powerful and talented. So toxic patriarchy and toxic religion wanted that power from you. So for millennia, they told you you were evil for it. And you believed it. But that's the evil. What you are is full of life and magic. And you ought to go explore and enjoy life. There's a lot of sexual energy on the table. Queen of Wands, the Devil. This could be connecting with someone that there's a lot of passion and a lot of fun. A no fucks given type of ride or die kind of thing. But it's so open and freedom oriented and respectful towards one another. It is allowing as opposed to enabling. And Queen of Cups. So we have two queens on the table. And the Devil. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. I'll bite. You might have more than one love option, right? You might be finding yourself desired or desiring, desired by or desiring more than one person. Or this Queen of Wands / Queen of Cups is the same queen, but wow, this person is intense. They have the ability to spread out like wildfire in the world and just eat up life. However, with this Queen of Cups energy, They're also exceptionally empathic and intuitive and possibly psychic. This is definitely witch vibe. Witch, aka wise woman, or wise man. It doesn't have to be, when I say witch, it doesn't have to be someone who actually practices witchcraft. It could be just someone who really knows how to work with life, who's super expansive, very complex individual and personality, but it somehow works, and they're very charismatic, and they're very sexual, but also quality and mind-based. You know, it's inside beauty and outside beauty. It's a lot of power. So to me, that's a witch, you know, a wise woman, a wise man. If you don't, you know, mix ingredients together to create a spell, then you're mixing the ingredients of life to manifest. It's the same thing. Either way, Aries, if this is you, you are so powerful and so talented and so much in your power. Please don't shun it. Definitely don't feel ashamed of it. It's like you've been shamed for your beauty. You've been shamed for your power. You've been shamed for your energy. You've been shamed for your talent by people who were jealous. Flat out. And they gave you good reasoning. Other than, I'm jealous. They wouldn't say that. They wouldn't maybe even admit it. Oh, you're being too much. Or, oh, you can't be that talented. Something is wrong with you. Because they don't understand what it's like to be that talented. If you really see into someone's psyche and heart, and you've learned that you gotta tame it and be quiet and not say anything to not make them feel uncomfortable, what if you're supposed to say something because something that you'll say might trigger and heal something in them? There's a way. You've already learned how to do that and not be rude. Maybe you used to have to stop doing that because you've expressed yourself in a rude way. But you've matured through that. You already know how to express yourself. Or you're guided to learn how to, though I'm pretty sure you do with this Queen of Cups here. There's a lot of compassion. There's a lot of empathy in your communication. It's intense, but it's loving. So maybe you should say something. Maybe you should just be weird and discover that people don't see you as weird, rather really exceptional and interesting and cool. You've been in an environment that injured you in the past, and you've gotten used to that. You know what it's like? It's like the baby elephant in the circus that they tied their leg into a little pole in the ground, and the baby elephant tries to battle and set itself free, but he or she can't because they're too small. But then the elephant grows into a mature, huge elephant, and the elephant isn't even trying anymore to pull their leg from the pole. If they were to try, the pole would break immediately or just remove itself like a twig. But in their mind, it's like, this pole is bigger than me. Your energy is no longer bigger than you. You can contain it and you can express it in the world in a phenomenal, beautiful way. And I think as soon as you do that, you'll attract a lot of suitors, a lot of people, a lot of friends. The environment will change. Show me more about this for Aries. Too many cards. This coming month, show me more about this. Five of Swords. Yeah, there is a situation where someone needs to decide between two people. For some of you, here's the thing: if you stay on the fence, if you play two people, even if you don't mean to play, even if the intent is not to play, you're just confused. You're just genuinely confused. Still, you gotta make a decision, and then if it was the right decision, you'll stay there. If it was the wrong decision, you'll just say, hey, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I had to give it a chance, but I feel like it's not working. And then try something else. With Five of Swords, if you remain on the fence, you lose all. Right? So the Magician here tells you make a decision based on the Devil here, based on what your truth is, not what your truth is supposed to be, not what you're supposed to want, not what you're supposed to love, not what you're supposed to want and decide. Where do you physically actually want to be? Okay, because Five of Swords is also mental anguish. It's inability to decide between, it's like feeling like you're at a lose-lose situation. If you remain in that state, it will be lose-lose. Okay, so the advice is to harness your Magician, your very tapped, knowing energy, self-assurance, Knight of Swords, and go for something fully, all the way. Life is a circle, it's never infinite. But you won't know unless you try. And I see you doing that. Four of Cups. Interesting. You see this Knight of Swords kind of charging towards this Four of Cups energy? This Four of Cups energy is like... I see someone who's not seeing it coming. I see someone who's not seeing being chosen coming. So this could be you having someone coming towards you and be like all in, and you're like, really? What? Like there was a sense of insecurity or doubt, and you didn't expect it. Or the other way around, the person that you're going towards or the thing that you're going toward isn't seeing it coming. There's a sense of this person doesn't see how beautiful they are. I'm picking up. There's someone who doesn't know just how much you've affected them, just how deep they've gotten into your heart, into your veins almost. I'm picking up. Again, these are general readings. It can all be reversed as well. You might not be aware of just how much you have affected someone and how deep you are in their heart. Does that make sense? But this Four of Cups energy is like they're not seeing them being chosen. They have a lot of doubts and insecurity. I think if this is not you, then this is someone that also grew up feeling like everything that is wonderful and special about them is odd and weird. Oh. It's very the ugly duckling type of vibe I'm getting from this reading, both for you and for whoever you're dealing with here. Because the energy here is of a gorgeous swan that grew up in an environment that didn't understand what they're seeing or what they're experiencing. I love the old legends and the old myths. Their allegories and archetypes are so powerful. Ace of Wands. What a passionate, decisive, powerful new start. It's like you're getting your mojo. It's like you're like, yeah, I am awesome. Yeah, I am Aries. Yeah, you are. You just need a little kick in the booty to be reminded, right? That you're so freaking special and so freaking talented and so freaking crazy. Let's face it. Aries humans, beautiful humans out there. It's okay, it's okay. We love it. We love it. But you need to love it. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Take it. Two of Cups. Okay, two aces and two of cups. This might be a new relationship. Really, really, really what's the word? I don't want to say fantasy-like. It's not exactly like that, but it's very It's very romantic is not enough. Fantasy is too much, romance is too little. Is there a word in the middle? It's very, I don't know. It feels like you're a teenager again, and so in love. Like all you guys do is think about each other. Like you can't take your hands off of one another. Like Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. That's fire and air. It's elements that really complement one another. And the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups always have the Mercury wand, which is the symbol of medicine. Two snakes wrapped around a wand to symbolize yin and yang. And something about the wings here reminds me of the wings of swans. It's like you're really discovering or tapping into your beauty, how beautiful you are, inside and outside. And walk like it, dress like it, talk like it, stand like it. I think there's like someone, I think both of you are kind of putting each other on a pedestal. Like both are like going to be like super admiring of one another. Like you're so amazing. No, you're so amazing. It's very tacky but very cute at the same time. Like you see each other like as very legend. That's the word. It's legendary. The Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, very Excalibur like. It's very this is very Excalibur, right? And this is very like Merlin's staff. It's like, especially here with the Magician. The Magician is very much the archetype of Merlin. So there's something very legendary about this. That's the word I was looking for. Love it. Love it for you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Or Stallion, Aries. All of my readings, by the way, because I'm picking up that I have a lot of newcomers. So generally, all of these readings, you can apply them to your sun sign, but also to other aspects of your chart. Okay? And these are general readings, so if you're super guided by the caption and you really resonate and this really strikes you, whatever reading, this or another reading or other readings, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Don't stay rigid to, oh, but this is my sign and this is not my sign. Okay, in the extended, you want to look at the cards? Sure. In the extended, we will look into this because my extendeds are, at this time anyway, are focusing on love life. So we're going to do a double pentagram spread where we're going to look into you, your person of interest, dynamic, what goes on in your mind, your heart, your actions, how things unfold, past, present, future, potential for the next month. And we'll finish up with rune reading. We'll pull runes for you guys. And you can find it below in the link below in the description box. It's available on Patreon and on Vimeo. On Vimeo, it's available for separate purchase. On Patreon, you'll have all the extended for unlimited streaming. Just to avoid a misunderstanding, although it's very clear, there are a few tiers on Patreon. Each tier includes different types of content. Tier 3 includes 2-in-1. Tier 2 includes 3 2-in-1. Tiers 2 include 2-in-1, and Tier 1 only includes Tier 1. But look at the description, right? What content you have on each tier. The extended ones are available on Tier 2 and Tier 3. Okay, Tier 1 is for the weekly rune readings and animal spirit, where I give daily messages from the runes and animal spirit. Alright, but if you want the extended, it's Tier 2 and 3. What is going on with me? Tier 2 and 3. Whatchamacallit. And if you want separately on Vimeo, though, I would so love to have you on Patreon. It's monthly membership patronage where you can support my channel and my work and receive tons of content extra on top of what we're doing here. I want to thank my patrons, speaking up, and I want to thank my channel members, because if you don't want to go on Patreon, let me rearrange because I have more to say about this reading. We're not done yet. But if you don't want to go to Patreon, or if you don't need extra content but you still want to support the channel somehow, you can become a channel member. It's $1.99 per month, which again you can cancel anytime. And that's for reciprocity for the minimum of 13 videos that I do here on YouTube for free. Okay? Okay, so it really adds up. I know $199 sounds like nothing. It is super humble, but when a lot of you join, then it's so helpful for me and for the channel, and it adds up. So thank you guys, really, really thank you. There's also Tarot Masterclass, don't forget about that. Okay, I just want to look at the, so we have the Magician and the Devil. Two Queens and two Aces. The Divine Feminine is like bursting. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a man or if you're a woman. You're either really tapped into the beauty of Divine Femininity or to your own Divine Femininity. You understand the glory and the power in it. Because we have two Queens here, right? But the two Aces are masculine energies, fire and air. These are masculine elements. So you understand the leadership, the power, the clarity, and the wholesomeness within the feminine archetype. And the Devil is also very feminine, right? It's earth. It's Mother Nature. It's our instincts. It's our passion. It's our beauty. It's our desires. It's our being fully selves. So, you know how there's the upper pentagram, like in Pentacles? I don't have Pentacles here. Interesting. We don't have Pentacles. I just noticed. So I want to show you the suit of Pentacles. There we go. So here's a Queen of Pentacles, right? And you have the upright pentacle right here, facing upward. So the Devil is that pentacle that symbolizes earth element. Now, it received a downright pentacle, right? You see in its head now it looks downright, faces down. So within the archetype of Christianity, it symbolizes alleged evil, right? Like hell. But originally, in tribal culture, paganism, in Norse mythology, pre-religion, pre-monotheism, the downright triangle, as well as in the Star of David, by the way, you know how we have two triangles in the Star of David, one facing up, one facing down? It's the aspect of the sky and the earth, of masculine and feminine, of above and below, not in ways of better or worse, because it's all cycle, it's all around. When I do this or that, this is not better than this. It's the yin and yang, it's the complementary energies of the world of duality that we live in, of polarities, right? Masculine and feminine. So this is not evil, this is feminine. Femininity was deemed evil throughout time to take its power. But this is when you understand that the power of femininity is not evil. It's super loving and healing and giving and life-giving, actually. And that realization allows you to tap into all your powers with no judgment. And live the life that you can and should live. And this is new. This is a new relationship with yourself. This is a new relationship with a loved one. This is a new relationship with society, with the world. Own it. Enjoy it. Okay? I'm gonna, I haven't done this in a while, but I have Tarot Masterclass Bunkai where I teach you how to read tarot. I'm gonna link the classes for the Devil and for the Magician. There's a class for every tarot card in the deck in my online course, but in my master class. But I'm going to link specifically the Devil and the Magician so you can learn more about their archetypes, so it can help you tap in. Obviously, if you want to scroll and find these cards or any card, feel free to do so. There's the link to the entire tarot master class as well in the description box, but I'm going to link specifically these ones if you want to focus on working on the spiritual work and the energy work that they represent for this coming month, okay, to help you tap into these energies. Either way, I'll see you in a second, okay? I'm going to do the extended right now. Love you. See you in a sec.